Association. And could there be any greater testimony to that than look around this room? I've been associated with Mary Hardin Baylor since I came to school here, but full-time since 1988. I have never seen this many people show up to honor someone for a Presidential Endowed Scholarship like your friends and family, and these players are family because that's the way they feel, Mac. So thank all of you for honoring this good man, and certainly this woman that stands behind him. I know this is the Mac Hickerson Endowed. I didn't do that. But Mac and JT, we love y'all. Mac, thank you for your contributions and your service to Mary Hardin Baylor. I'm blessed to get to travel around the country now in my role and work with our alumni. And many of them are golfers, and they're very generous, and they're very, very successful. Another testimony to Mac Hickerson's leadership. And certainly I want to thank all of you for coming. Scott Scogan, thank you for spearheading this effort. Throughout the years, you've been a great champion. Your love for your coach couldn't be more evident. And this is just we say this all the time, but another banner day for Mary Hardin Baylor. Man, God is good. God continues to richly bless your school. And aren't you proud? I couldn't be more proud to be associated with all of you and to serve at Mary Hardin Baylor. And what a great day. We love you, and thank you. Scott, I think you have a few things you want to say. He's got notes. He's a preacher. We're going to
preacher and you not go together. So I am so honored to be here, but I just wanted to kind of share a couple things. That I first met Coach in San Diego when his son Neil and I were roommates, and it's great to see Neil again. We were roommates at the Optimist Junior World Tournament. And as we were leaving, I will never, ever forget Coach's last words to me. He says, "Scott, I'm a golf coach in Texas, and I'd love to have you play for me." And as some of you know, I live in Wisconsin. So being from Wisconsin, I heard Texas and golf, and I don't know what else Coach said. But I didn't know if he said Baylor, Hardin-Simmons, or Mary Hardin Baylor. I just heard Texas and golf, and right there I knew where I was going to school, and it was clearly one of the best decisions in my life for several reasons. First, I did get to play golf all over Texas, and sometimes beyond, though I've never let Coach forget about the Bahamas tournament. That never came to fruition. Second, I had great teammates. Not only were they gifted golfers, they were even better people and friends. And third, I received a quality education with professors and staff that truly went the extra mile to help all of us succeed. Yet, as much as I appreciated the good weather and the quality education, without question, the biggest reason attending UMHB was one of the best decisions ever is because of the connection to Coach Hickerson and his wonderful family. I cannot begin to tell you the profound impact Coach has had on my life, and I know on all of yours as well. He hired me as his church's youth director and helped set the course for my life and ministry. Somehow and in some way, Coach saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. Literally, his faith in me helped set the course for a life that I truly enjoy. And when I was uncertain in my pursuit of ministry, I remember going to Coach with my doubts, and with great wisdom, he told me to simply take my time, and if that my call was genuine, it would simply get stronger in time, and truer words have never been spoken. I could go on and talk about my time with Coach and the golf course, yet it isn't on the golf course stuff that I remember. But I will never forget that shot that you hit at Huntsville. It's a practice round. The wind is howling. We're standing on the number 14 hole, 225 yards. Some of you played Waterwood. And you stand on the tee. It feels like you're hitting over the entire Lake Livingston. The only best way, we all bailed out right, and Coach steps up there with that classic swing, that driver, fires it through the wind, hits it 3 feet away. The best shot I've ever seen Coach hit in his entire life. And then he misses the birdie. The best shot is like, you can't. As memorable as that moment, as memorable as all the rounds, talking to Coach on the golf course, plotting strategy, talking golf course management, clearly, these conversations pale in comparison to what I remember most about Coach at golf tournaments. I remember sneaking off with Coach and having a piece of pie and coffee and talking for hours about life. For me, those talks were some of the most meaningful talks of my life. During these talks, I picked his brain about life issues. I would ask advice, seek counsel. And those conversations quickly evolved into my mentor, my friend, and eventually my hero. Much like my own dad, Coach lived life to the fullest, as always doing something to make others feel better and happier. From that moment on, from the moment I stepped onto campus into Coach's life, I had a front row seat to what I considered greatness. I admired him from a distance, how he loved his family and how he allowed them to pursue their dreams, supporting in whatever direction they chose to go. I watched him serve his church faithfully, doing so many little things that no one noticed. Coach, I noticed, and I wanted to be just like you. And far and away, the thing I most admire about Coach is the beautiful marriage he shares with Jane. This scholarship is as much Jane as it is Coach's. They are a beautiful team. They raised a beautiful family. And their home has been a place of welcome for all of us through the years. It's been a privilege to see how a marriage grows stronger and gets better over time. You know, in closing, there's a scene at the end of the movie, Mr. Holland's Opus. It reminds me so much of Coach Hickerson. Gertrude Lang, a former student, now the governor of the state, shares a few remarks in the assembly held in honor of Mr. Holland. And as she looks at Mr. Holland from her heart, she says, Mr. Holland has had a profound influence on my life and a lot of lives. And she goes on to say, Mr. Holland isn't famous, at least not outside our little town, but I think he's achieved a success far greater than riches or fame. And if I may, I'd like to insert Coach and finish her speech for her. Coach, look around you. There is not a life in this room that you have not touched. And each of us is a better person because of you. You've had a profound influence on my life and on the lives of everybody in this room. And in your unique and wonderful way, each and every one of us is better because of you. Coach and Jane, congratulations on this scholarship. The two of you are the most deserving of this, and I hope this scholarship will spur others to be just like you. I love you both and cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for this wonderful university.